Okay. Oh man, sometimes like I did that about last time I did this. I remember very clearly was about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago now. And ever since I've been so paranoid about clicking stop streaming that I never go anywhere near it. And it's happened. It's happened again. Fuck me, guys. Oh, this will all get edited out in post. No one will ever know.
No, it's you wanted to build up the tension.
This is suspense.
As to what we would want to do.
What's gonna happen? No one knows. So fuck me. Last week it has been a long couple of fucking weeks. So Harryon, gives you this choice. You're midway between Mirkwood, midway between Bayon and his people. You could stay here. You could go back. You could move forwards. He gives you this decision. What do you guys want to do?
I think it's funny because I think all three of us have motives to do each of those three things.
Yeah. You can go back into the private room if you want to talk away from Harryon again.
Excuse us.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Yeah.
No, I think Arvalon's fine with heading towards Bayorn.
Okay.
Back on track.
So Arvalan's, Bayorn, Miral.
Miral already feels like she's abandoned her people, and this is just only going to add to that.
Mm-hmm.
So she's really conflicted, so she's going to need some convincing because she's totally on the fence right now.
Yeah, I'll try. I mean, I'm horrible at reading faces and talking to people, but
especially elves.
I'll kind of see her hesitant, demeanor, and I'll be like, "Listen here, lass. You're to be serving your king as he was instructed. We have to find what's the sword name again? The sword we're looking for."
The sword.
Looking for Radagast.
Yeah, you're looking for Radagast. That's your current.
But I
quest.
thought we were looking for a sword because we have the rose.
Yeah, that's really only Arvalon is looking for that.
You're only looking for the sword.
Yeah, Thranduil didn't send us to
okay.
find that.
Well, I would dwarven ignorance really. Well, your king told us to set forth and find the sword and stop the darkness. Perhaps that could be the key, as well as finding Radagast. He may be able to aid us in the orc invasion of Mirkwood.
Despite our best intentions, Myrtle, we went against Thranduil's word, stepping into Red Vale, and that ended dramatically. He was none too happy when we returned. He set us to a task to find Radagast and investigate the shadow to the south. If we return before even reaching part of our destination, do you think he would be excited to see us? I don't see what would happen. I don't see the difference between sending him a raven and sending us back several days to the Elf King's halls.
You're right. He's a fool. Yes, let's continue forwards.
Okay. So back to Harryon. We're back again! Don't mind me! And Harryon says, so, what will it be, friends? So where do you travel?
As close to Bayonne as you can get us.
Are you sure about that? He's got a fierce reputation.
Yes, we've dealt with several of those recently. What's one more?
Right. Well, perhaps Toradon here has volunteered to take you there, as long as you're fine with that, along his barge. As close as he can get. You might want to bring an extra sword or two, in case. There have been reports. Beyond's men are sometimes less than understanding.
We sent an envoy from the elven kind to tell them of our coming, and it seems harder when he has a friend, our mutual acquaintance, or somewhat. I don't know.
Right. Well, as long as you feel safe entering his lands, then so be it. Of course, feel free to rest spend time here for as long as you need before traveling off. There are plenty of suppliers around here in case you need to restock your provisions, and well, there's fletchers and boatmen, people of all skills and trades come to Lockmere. He goes to shake hands, basically, do the kind of the arm clasp thing.
Arvalon shakes his hand and thanks him for his hospitality.
Good luck with your travels. And Toradon kind of heads off with you guys, and he kind of whispers to you, he's Harion, that is. He's rumored to be the next Lord of Lockmere. It's good that he likes you.
He seems to be a fine choice.
Yes, well, none better for the job. Certainly that tight-lipped arsehole who was giving you some jib before. He can go, well. Anyway, my boat will be ready for whenever you need it. If there's anything else you want to do around here, then best do it now. And he heads off to his boat. There's quite a town atmosphere to this place. It's a bit more merry than Mirkwood itself.
So is it like a small fishing village kind of?
Yeah, consider it like a small fishing village, but there are no actual houses. Everyone just lives on big boats. So there are like market boats from which people are selling stuff, and boat houses and the like. Boats. There's a boat tavern, in fact, as well.
I think Arvalon would kind of, if we're taking some time to recover and restock, he would obviously restock the necessary supplies, but he would talk to whatever makes up the town's guard or militia or whatever about the goblins and the orcs passing through the area. He wants to know what's going on with them, more information.
Okay. So you can approach a group of these guards. In particular, what information do you want to plumb them for?
Basically, how frequent the orcish movements have been. Where do they appear to be amassing?
Sure.
How often are they raiding, if at all?
Sure. They said that raids have been more and more common, basically. They used to not be a thing at all. Only recently have they had to kind of like militarize themselves much more, seeing as before they were kept kind of tranquil from Thranduil's magic, which seems to be waning somewhat. They don't know specifically where they seem to be amassing. All they know is that both in southern Mirkwood, which is usually particularly dangerous, there are lots of orc bands, and now in northern Mirkwood, which is more rare, they're starting to see some as well, such as the group you encountered earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, so it seems like there are two distinct groups who are kind of working together. Mirrell, is there anything you would like to do whilst you are in Lockwood?
There we go. So I'm kind of thinking of doing something similar as a warden. I have a perk called Ever Watchful, which allows me to keep up with latest news, both local and from afar, as well as making an effort to know the wise and powerful. So I'm more or less just interested in hearing what the rumors are going around. And I can do a DC 12 intelligence check with advantage to see what is truth.
What is truth?
Rumors.
All right, yeah. Let's give me one of those. You want those old intelligence checks then?
Okay. 17.
17, the
Or
perfect number.
22 with advantage.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, 22. Yeah, you. So you discern one truth from all of the rumors. The rumor has it that there is a creature or some kind of group of creatures who are killing the birds of Erebor. The rumor is that there's some kind of spiders from Mirkwood, and you discern that to likely be true. If anything can come down from mountains and pluck away animals, it's most likely something like a big spider, which is a bit worrying, certainly for Bartleby, seeing as people are from Erebor, that there are giant spiders or potentially a nest of them in that area.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna relay that information when I meet up with
Okay,
him.
yeah. So Bartleby, you run into Mirrell aboard one of these boats.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Can you repeat the the thing. I kind of spaced out.
No worries. It's okay. It wasn't your scene, so Bartleby wasn't there.
Yeah. You were from Erebor, right?
Aye.
Well, I've been listening to what some of the people here have been speaking about, and there seems to be perhaps giant spiders.
Aye, nasty little vermin.
Is that a typical thing?
Aye, well, there used to be spiders in Erebor, and more towards the Mirkwood when old Thordrin and them went to go reclaim the Lonely Mountain. But aye, it's not uncommon to hear of giant spiders.
Okay. Just seems like it's been a bit of a problem recently with them killing the birds.
Aye, they might do that.
Alright, just thought you should know.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, as a dwarf, would I just feel like a strong urge to go kill them?
Yeah, well, probably. There's probably, if they have slighted your name, your family name, or your people's name, most likely there's a righteous vengeance and a sort of thing like, I might not kill you today, I might not kill you in a year, but somewhere in my life I will end you, if this is true, This might have Bartleby worried, like his family from Erebor.
Yeah. And they're making their way towards Erebor? That's
It seems to be like they're active around the mountain.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately I'm in the Mirkwood, so I can't really
Fuck him.
do anything. Yeah. I mean, no, like, it does suck. Don't get me wrong.
Oh man, it sucks
But
for
I
you
can't-
guys, yeah.
It just can't do anything about it.
Yeah, no, it's reasonable. It's not like Bartleby has to rush off to the action right now because he's got bigger things to do. But yeah, something he's a little wary of, I'd imagine.
I'll have like a solemn look, it's definitely perturbed, but the feeling of being helpless that you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, Bartleby dabs.
Kind of like what Meryl is facing of she can't really save her elf kingdom, but she has to press on.
Right, yeah, lack of control, but needing to move on. Okay, Bartleby, what did you individually want to be getting up to in your time in Lockwood?
Yeah, I would definitely supply on provisions like rations and whatnot. I would also want to hear like some folk tales, maybe like either tales of like heroism or tales of untold treasure that may have been lost in the Mirkwood.
Any treasure around here? Yeah.
Do you have any treasure?
I would like
Stay
it.
a while and listen.
Yeah, I mean, the River Folk have a rich like storytelling community, right? So they've got they're all about D&D. They're all about word of mouth tales, folklore. So you'll hear tales of some of the great deeds of Lord Lockmere in his life. That previous Lord Lockmere, who before he died, had committed. There's no they don't have any ancestral artifacts or items, and I don't seem to particularly care for treasure hunting that much. But at least you are certainly regaled and leave with a much richer knowledge of the River Folk, which you could use for history or tradition checks.
Another question that I'd be interested in is why they got exiled. What are the rumors behind that?
Right. This is actually a particularly touchy topic for them. So whenever you brought it up in conversation before, it turns to hushed whispers and people start going about their jobs again. You could press people for that information if you wanted. It seems like something culturally unsaid, right? In some cultures, it's just not seemly to talk about certain topics.
Yeah.
It seems like they don't feel comfortable talking about that. But like I say, you could try pressing someone on the matter.
I mean, I'm really bad at talking to people, so if I were to press
So
it, I would
yes.
just do it by alcohol. Just
I have a drinking contest with me, and
whoever wants to do it, then I'd kind of press.
Okay, yeah. Roll me a Constitution saving throw in that case to try and outdrink the competition. That's pretty good. I'll let these guys roll. These guys live on the waters. They've got fishermen's bellies. So yeah, you get one guy roaringly drunk, and he spills everything to you basically. Excuse me. And essentially what it seems like, it was a civil war over land disputes. That the rivermen thought that they should own the rivers, whereas the the council, whatever body were in Dale at the time, believed that it should be property of like the city. So basically fell out over like who should own what part of land, turned into a civil war. Things got very bloody, and eventually the rivermen were had to flee and were exiled from the land.
Aye, this is why people would be happy in mountains.
River mountains, says one man.
Yes.
Mountain rivers, yes. I just imagine now like a group of dwarves who just sail through mountain rivers, constantly seeking the next mountain. Fantastic, yeah. So you learn a little bit about that, and then Toradon is more than ready to get you guys along your way. So he says, as long as everything has been done here, I've got full set of provisions and supplies ready for the next leg of your adventure. And, once we reach that crossway point, I'll wait for some time there until you arrive again, in case you need emergency relief. Or, of course, if you press on, if I don't hear from you after a week or so, then I will return to Lockwood. Are you all set, my friends?
I believe
I'll give a nod. Yeah.
All right, then. In that case, then good luck to us all. And he and his crew begin to sail you guys out of Lockwood. And his little river barge, which is nothing fancy, but it's been like rebuilt a little bit over the past few days. Any real damage or any fire damage has been restored, and Toradon's got a new crew now. And you guys sail out. So we need a departure roll, and I believe that has to come from Arvalan. Who can roll me a d12?
I will.
Can I really?
So let me just double check my myriad of stat things.
Yeah, no worries. There's a lot I've got to look at as well.
Nope, nothing. Just D12.
Nothing for it.
Cool. So.
Simply nothing for it.
12. A 2.
A 2. Ooh. 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 Let's see.
That's for a peril rating, right?
Yeah, it's our power rating. We have to modify it by...
That doesn't have anything for me. Unfortunately, it's only if our journey passes through lands I know. Wait. Yeah, if the entire journey passes through lands I know.
Which it doesn't, yeah.
It does not.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, embarkation. That's 22. So peril rating is the modifier for that. And then I think I roll a d12 if I recall, or someone else does. Lawmaster. The guide must make an embarkation roll using a single d12, which is modified by the peril rating. So you rolled a 2. Oh dear. Okay, this is a bit sad. Last time you rolled particularly quite well. So the keen eyes of the enemy. The company has the misfortune to have chosen a path upon which fell creatures and evil men are more likely to be encountered. Depending upon their stature among the free peoples of Middle-earth, it is possible that they have come to the attention of agents and the enemy. As a result, they will need to work hard to avoid encountering those that would wish to do them harm. A brooding feeling of danger seems to pervade their senses throughout the journey, as if unseen eyes watch them at every turn. Modify all results of the journey events table by +1, and the first roll made during these counters should be made with disadvantage. So you guys each have a bit of a feeling of dread, really, as you head out from this place, because you know that the enemy are before you, and you know that they will be watching and waiting for you, and potentially that you'll need to hide and mask yourselves from them. And so that's going to make the next adventure a little bit more difficult once Greg and Josh join us. So good job, guys. But that's what we're going to wrap up tonight's episode, seeing as, once again, we're off on the next leg of our journey, and it feels only right to allow Josh and Greg back into the fold for the beginning of the next leg of our adventure. So that's what we're going to wrap up episode 5. Goodness, we're getting through, my friends, of Journey into Middle-earth. Hopefully you guys in chat enjoyed that. If you did, please do let us know in chat if you're enjoying this series. We certainly are having a great time here. I'm having an absolutely wonderful time playing and listening to my favorite music, which is Lord of the Rings soundtrack. So let's go around to cast and crew. Of course, Josh's computer killed itself and Greg is on a holiday, but they'll both be joining us again next week for the full episode of the full cast and crew. So let's go around to cast and crew. Mike, what do you think of tonight's episode? Where can we find you online?
Yeah, I'm Mike. You guys can find me here every Monday, and you can find me Tuesday through Thursday over on Unmade Gaming and randomly in between. It's Unmade Gaming on all social media. And I'm excited that I got to roll a really garbage roll to set up for the next leg of the journey, and then I leave for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Leave everybody with the consequences of my garbage rolls.
Yes.
So that's pretty fun for me, especially since Josh wasn't here.
He's going
Josh
so
gets to
pissed.
Eat a shit sandwich when he comes back. He's so mad.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to be losing Mike over the next 2 weeks as he's off doing training to be a ranger, Dunedain in the woods. So when he comes back, hopefully his embarkation rolls will be fantastic. And if they're anything less than that, then
hopefully the party hasn't killed me yet.
Yeah, there's no amount of rehab that we can do to fix Mike's rolls.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I'm really enjoying the campaign. Tonight took a political turn, which was definitely fun. I expected it a lot sooner, given the style of campaign and the entire premise of it. But I definitely liked the political aspect of the game. That was pretty fun to negotiate, especially between the 3 people we have here, because we're all from different backgrounds, from different lands. None of us are actually from the Dales, so none of us really give a shit about the Dales particularly. So it's interesting to have to come to the Dales' defense in this scenario. So yeah, I'm really digging it, really enjoying it.
Fantastic.
Will, thank you for running an awesome game.
No worries. Kira!
Ah. Lots of fun. Oh my gosh. We're getting fucked up. Shit is getting fucked up. No, lots of fun though. So much great game, great campaign, great environment. The serious RP aspect of it is really nice. It was also nice to have some combat this game.
Yeah. Spice things up a little.
Yeah, definitely. Good times.
Fantastic. And we can find you online in other places doing other things.
Yes, you can find me on Twitch at KiraBlazeC. I do art, and my cat makes appearances regularly on top of the art.
Is the C for cat?
Yeah.
Kira Blaze cat. Yeah, I like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fantastic.
And I stream 6 days a week.
Awesome. Fantastic. And last but not least, Mr. Revolver. C. Is and the C better be for cat there as well. Yeah. Revolver cat. The other guy. Yeah.
I actually enjoyed it. I
actually enjoyed it. Yeah. It's always a surprise.
The rest of your performances were subpar.
Yeah. But
this one.
This was alright.
The other ones I was faking it.
Yeah.
Much like Will's sex life. Mm-hmm. But anyways.
Yeah.
I really did enjoy it. I have to parrot Mike again. I do enjoy the political ventures into it. I do enjoy combat. It was fun to do combat, even though I'm a rogue that didn't get to do sneak attack damage, which is just like a car without wheels, really. But I enjoyed it. I had a lot more cooler things in my head, and unfortunately, with the price of D&D, those cool things are often not in fruition. So, but yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I can't wait to see what happens next week with the looming Shadow Ed.
Indeed. And we can follow you online in places.
Yeah, I am a late night variety broadcaster. I start at 10:30 p.m. PST, which is early morning GMT, right in the ass crack of dawn, really. But yeah, Revolver C.
Right in that sweet spot.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm done.
I'm done. And on that bombshell, my friends, that's how we're going to be wrapping up tonight's episode of Journey into Middle-earth. We'll be back next week with everyone except for Mike, so it'll be probably the best episode yet. Of course, tomorrow is Tuesday, which means that... God, am I on Arvin's channel? No, I'm not. So we're starting at 4 p.m. Eastern for the Long March tomorrow. So I'll see you guys again then. Again, I encourage you to check out the YouTube channel. There's a new video up there about me having a big old old rant about the D&D wiki, and also Sydney's got a video up of teaching her mum how to play Dungeons and Dragons. But until next time, my friends, try not to roll too many net ones. I want to be laughing when you do, and also another special shout out to Oko, who we will miss. Good night, everybody. Farewell.